And Celtics post-game live presented by New England Ford Dealers. Chris Forsberg, Amina Smith here with you. And the Celtics beat the Indiana Pacers 128-123. And Forsberg, I could take a deep breath because I said it was going to be a layup. And this game was close all the way through. Your biggest takeaway after this win?
So this one won't go in the scrapbook of the prettiest wins of the year for the Celtics. Not the most gorgeous. I mean, you needed Tyrese Halliburton to foul out with 8 minutes to go. But to focus on the positives, Jaylen and Jayson both going over 30 points again. The Celtics did need to be tested in crunch time, and the Pacers were making a ton of shots. I do like that they got some of that experience, and finding a way to get to the finish line of games is important for this team. But most important is they get a win and they keep themselves in the hunt for premium seeding and giving the chance to get where they want to go in that seeding coming later this week. So at this point, beggars can't be choosers, Amina. Wins a win.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's my motto. You know who came up big for the Celtics tonight? Jayson Tatum. He's with Scal inside the Garden right now.
Nice win. You guys got to figure out a way to get a clutch game. What was the difference in this game down the stretch?
I think just our intensity. You know, they've been playing really well offensively lately. And they were too comfortable at first. I think the second half, really late in that fourth quarter, we just buckled down, just tried to make them uncomfortable as possible, and just figure it out. We wasn't playing perfect, but ultimately just wanted to come out here with a win.
This is the 8th time you and JB have combined for more than 30 each. On a night like that, how do you guys figure when it's your possession and his possession?
Try not to think of it that way. Not trying to take turns. Just play the game the right way. If he takes 6, good shots in a row, that's fine with it. That's just how we playing basketball.
Your playmaking and his as well has really grown throughout this year. Is that something that you guys made a conscious effort of somewhere during the middle of the season, or you've been doing it all year and just really starting to get to that next level?
Just something we've been working on over the years. Each year we just try to find something to get better at, as all-around players. And just all the attention that we draw just opens the game up more, the more we spread and guys knock down shots.
At halftime, Montel Jordan was performing. Your mom was digging it, man. Like, she was out there dancing and everything. So, does she dance at home to Montel Jordan?
On the weekend sometime when she's cleaning the house, she will.
All right, thanks, JT. See ya.
Basically, all of us and Jayson Tatum's mom dancing to Montel Jordan at halftime. We could totally relate. You see him embracing D. Brown right there. And, of course, Deuce getting the high five. I mean, that's the highlight.
Deuce is going to have a pair of pumps on tomorrow. Like,
you know what?
Pumping up those Reeboks.
And dunking on the Fisher-Price? Is that what we're going to see Deuce doing? He's going to be dunking on the Fisher-Price?
I'm telling you, he's going to have a little hoop, and he's going to be like,
I love it. I can't wait to see when that video comes out.
Brandy Tatum is going to be over in the corner,
love it. This is exactly what I wanted tonight on a Friday night. Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they're 12-0 when they go 30 or more all time. What did you see out of both of those guys tonight?
Yeah, so again, not the perfect game from the Celtics, but it's nice when your two superstars can sort of carry you to the finish line. And I thought both were great in their own ways. We'll start with Tatum. Just doing Jayson Tatum things. There's a couple of really loud highlights on this reel. His dunks in there, but going the 1-foot fadeaway, getting the roll. Thought he had stretches there. Jaylen got him early. Then Jayson probably carried him through the middle quarters a little bit, getting out in transition. You're not stopping that anymore. Like, he's just, when he's got a view of the basket, he's getting there. Euro stepping in there. Should have gave Jaylen, like in the first half when he gave
the practice step.
Then these dunks here late in the game were just impressive. Bullying his way through Jalen Smith to finish. With the pull-up 3. So, look, this is what Tatum does. He wasn't a super efficient night, 10 of 24, but he did have 6 assists, had 6 rebounds, made enough plays to get you to the finish line, and, of course, late in the game, oof.
Oh, man. You love to see that. The Instagram muscles, I feel like they're coming to fruition towards the end of the season. Jaylen Brown with 32 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. He bursted onto the scene in the first quarter of this game.
Yeah, and look, first quarter Jaylen's a real thing. Every night it feels like he's ready to just get this thing going. 19 games this year with 10 or more points in the first quarter. Just knows how to light the fuse, and I just love the way he played tonight. And the number that jumps off for me, I mean, the 12 of 18 is awesome because it's super efficient, but the 7 assists, and especially late, we came into this, started this program with Jaylen finding Al Horford for sort of the game-sealing bucket underneath. I love the evolution of Jaylen, not just a scorer. He's been really good as a finisher lately, but showing he can do things more than just score the basketball. Another nice dish there to Al, working the glass and getting the putback. It's just, these are the nights where you can see the complete player that Jaylen Brown can be, and he was fired up, and got some friendly fire too. Grant smacking him in the face at one point. Probably had to go past the quick concussion protocol test there, but knows when to go at the basket, stops on a dime, gets the pull up. That's what JB does.
Of course, 8 straight games with 25 or more. Let's bring in Scal, who's live inside of TD Garden. And Scal, the Pacers keeping it close all game long. What allowed them to hang around in this game?
Tough shots. I mean, every time the Celtics would play good defense, the crowd would be in it. There'll be 5 seconds on the shot clock, and boom, they knock down another 3. So I thought timely shots by the Pacers is what kept them in this game. There's a lot of momentum to playing good defense. Your team takes a bad shot, you get out and run. It forces a team to take a timeout. But tonight, like, the Pacers just made big shots. But I come away from this game saying I think it's good for the Celtics to go through something like this. Like, I don't think they played awful. I thought they played with effort and everything like that, and Jaylen and Jayson made plays, made buckets, but it was one of those nights where Pacers were making some tough shots, and the Celtics had to persevere through a little, not a lot of adversity, but a little adversity, and get over somewhat of a hump to get this win.
Was Vegas drunk?
They might have been a little drunk. It was a 15-point favor. I was like, oh, no.
I know the Celtics have been taking care of bad teams, but as we saw with Tyrese Halliburton, like, he's just a really good young player. And I mean, he had the Celtics really in difficult spots throughout this game. And the Celtics are kind of lucky, fortunate that he got that kind of weird 6th foul and had to go out with 8 minutes to go. But I agree with Scal. Like, the one big concern I've had, even as the Celtics have surged, has been crunch time offense and finding ways to manufacture easy baskets. Good to see them find a way. Jaylen on that drive and finding out. Like, those are good moments that they can bottle and move forward. So it's hard to get yourself in those positions when you're blowing teams out, a chance to at least test yourself on a night like this.
And Scal, Jayson Tatum mentioned in that interview that the key down the stretch for the Celtics was the level of intensity going up. How much of that did you see in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I thought they executed down this stretch. Now, Indiana's not a great defensive team, but I thought what they did it with conviction and force. They got to what they wanted. You saw that play where Jaylen Brown got the handoff, threw it back to Al Horford. Then Jaylen Brown comes off the handoff and does the pullback crossover. All those, it wasn't like they limped into that play. They were like aggressively got into the play. And when you do that, usually the end of the play is a good result. And you make some misses happen, but the intent going into the play, they had all that tonight. They were a very confident team, and they had that intensity. Another one was the possession that was kind of going sideways, and Al Horford hit Jayson Tatum on the back door for the dunk, 1 second on the clock. So they executed, they played hard, and they made plays without sort of losing it.
Scal, were you dancing during Montel?
I was. You know what?
Yeah.
My friend's birthday, and he was sitting courtside. He had his whole family. And since his daughter is my point guard on my AAU team, and she was dancing, the mom was dancing, my boy was dancing. So I felt like I was out of place. So I was just giving you a little two-step, like,
it sounds like
this
a party.
is a solid two-step,
This is just
right?
a solid two-step. This is a solid two-step.
Hold on, is that your move?
No, I just two-step, like two-step.
Scal likes to be a 7. I need to get you up to a 10. I'm going to teach you some dance moves.
Just keep it right here, Scal. Right here.
Just keep it right here.
So wait, Amina, a 10 would be like me twirling and going down into the split.
You got to really get down if you want to be a 10.
If I try to be a 10, I'm going to end up a 1 right there. I ain't never getting up.
Oh, gosh. Thanks so much, Scal, for that insight right there. A look at that final score from inside.
We call that insight?
Look, that is insight. Insight is dancing. We want to know what's going on inside the arena. 128 to 123.